I don't know. I've never done this before.
Live from Dunning Field on the campus of New Canaan High School, it is Varsity Girls Lacrosse. This afternoon, it's a good one in the FCIAC. It's the Darien Blue Wave and the New Canaan Rams. Hi, everybody. I'm Damian Andrews. So glad you could be with us for this broadcast, a joint effort between NCTV and DAF Media. Joining me on the broadcast this afternoon is Mary Cuoco. I got it right.
You did. Well done.
And Mary Bennett will be joining us in a bit. Mary, of course, the coach of the Darien freshman girls lacrosse team. Mary Cuoco, the coach of the New Canaan freshman girls lacrosse team. And Mary, this is what it's all about. Beautiful sun-splashed afternoon. The weather has cooperated with us.
Thank goodness.
And the weather has cooperated with us. And two rivals in the FCIAC in any sport, doesn't matter, throw out the records when these two get together. Darien and New Canaan both coming into this game with identical 9-2 records.
That's right. This is going to be a good one. Jane Charlton on the draw for New Canaan.
And Maggie Ramsey on the draw for Darien. And we're just about ready to get going here. And we're underway. Again, a beautiful afternoon at Dunning Field on the campus of New Canaan High School. And Darien has the ball in their offensive half of the field as the Blue Wave go to work. Darien coming off a tough 11-10 loss to Manhasset on the road, a non-conference powerhouse in the tri-state area, as are both of these teams on display this afternoon. Shae Vandenbroek looking for a cutting Whitstock. Whitstock couldn't quite come up with it. Here's Ashley Humphrey. Her sister Nicole Humphrey will not be playing today. Suffered an injury against Manhasset. We certainly wish her a speedy recovery. That is a goal for Darien as Kit Eriks, the Boston College commit, the junior attack, scores to put the Blue Wave on the scoreboard first, Mary, 1-0.
Yep, I think both teams need to get their butterflies out of their stomach, and the Rams will take that and get ready for the next draw.
So we're back in the draw control circle. It is Jane Charlton, the junior midi, and Maggie Ramsey for Darien.
Yes.
And Kaylee Harden, the freshman midfielder, has control. New Canaan in the home whites with the red numbers. Darien in the all-blue unis. And New Canaan looking for an opportunity on offense here. New Canaan, of course, coached by Kristen Woods, who has done just a terrific job with this program, coming off a Class L state championship. They beat Ridgefield in that state championship. And a nice pass in front. Ball's on the turf.
Hollis comes up with it.
And Hollis Mulry, another freshman, a number of underclassmen on display in what is a very big conference game for both of these teams.
Yes, we have 3 freshmen on the field right now. Dylan Patton, the younger sister of Kendall, and Kaylee Harden, McKenna's little sister. They are very talented.
And
Kendall,
that will
just a little high.
Possession stays with New Canaan. Want to thank everybody for joining us on a beautiful day. This is a joint venture, a collaborative broadcast between NCTV and DAF Media. A number of student volunteers, I should say, from both high schools involved in the production of this. And Kate Bellissimo gets it to Katie Duggan. And Darien looks to clear here. Eva Finn across midfield. And here come the Blue Waves now. Wave back on offense. Nell Niffen gets it to Eriks. Eriks with the 1 goal so far. We're pretty early on here in the first half. 21-13 remaining in the half. This is Ashley Humphrey with possession for Darien to Sarah Jakes. Sarah Jakes, of course, headed to Northwestern. Another thing, Mary, about all these players, so many of them will play, this is not it, their high school careers, they'll play college lacrosse. And for some, it's some very prestigious institutions.
Yes, Ashley to start with, going to Stanford.
And now New Canaan looks to clear. Darien gets it back, and it stays Blue Wave.
Caitlin couldn't hold on to it, unfortunately.
Here's Ashley Humphrey.
Caitlin's going out to the West Coast, to Claremont McKenna.
Caitlin Sparks, the senior D. Ball's on the turf, and New Canaan comes away with it as Caitlin Sparks, who we just mentioned, she's double teamed here as New Canaan looks to clear.
She's able to get it to Natalie, to Elizabeth.
Elizabeth DiMarino.
And down to Campbell behind the cage.
Campbell Connors.
Off to Indianapolis, Butler University. New program there.
The sport just continues to expand, Mary. Nice pass in front. And that's a goal for New Canaan as McKenna Harden, the sophomore midfielder. And of course, that's a name that New Canaan fans know from the winter season on the ice. Terrific ice hockey player as well. And so we are even at a goal apiece. Your thoughts early on here were 19:29 left in the first half. Both teams still kind of feeling each other off. Both teams, for the most part, coming off tough losses. Well, New Canaan had a win, but their previous loss 2 games ago, they came off a loss to Cold Spring Harbor, 11-9.
Right.
And tough loss. They are coming off an 11-6 win over a very good Wilton team.
Yes, they were behind in that game at halftime and ended up coming back in the second half, scoring 7 unanswered goals and never looked back.
Here's Charlton and Ramsey in the draw control circle. And Darien comes away with it.
Yeah, Jordan Vaught, yep. These girls are all very familiar with each other, playing a lot together in the summer season on their club teams. They know each other's strengths and weaknesses. It always makes for a good game.
Yeah, I mean, so much is made of this rivalry between these two schools in any sport, but so many of the players are good friends, know each other off the field, as you mentioned, have played on club or travel teams. and it is definitely a good, healthy rivalry. I've always said it's arguably the best rivalry in the state of Connecticut.
Yes, Shae Vanderbrook's father was a summer coach for a lot of these New Canaan girls as well.
And we've got a slash there.
Yes.
Well, Mary, it was a little frenetic. You saw everybody running around before this one, and here we are, though. We are live, and so happy to be with you.
Thank you so much. This is very exciting. I'm happy to be here.
Mary got the call this morning about doing the game, and she committed
My
pretty
friends
quickly.
tease me. I am always talking about lacrosse, so they told me if I didn't take this opportunity, they wouldn't speak to me again. So I really had no choice.
Well, everybody that has done these broadcasts has just had a lot of fun, and what a great game and what a great day to be outside and watching some quality varsity girls lacrosse, two of the top teams in Connecticut. Darien and New Canaan, of course, they last met in the state semifinals in Class L a year ago, and New Canaan ended up upsetting Darien. New Canaan was the 5 seed, Darien the 1 seed, and the Rams were able to upset Darien at Brian McMahon.
Yeah, that was an incredible night game.
And
I think New Canaan was able to, in that game, New Canaan broke the Darien in-state record of, I think, 107 games. It was the first time anyone in the state of Connecticut had beaten Darien in 107 games, and it was New Canaan who did it.
Well, you are absolutely right, and Mary Cuoco has done her research before this one, and that is
it's
our
all
director.
up there.
That's our director now in our ear. That's why you're hearing that.
If you can hear me say the time left.
16-12 remaining in the first half. Our director is Cortland Parrott, does a terrific job, and he hustled to get this broadcast up and running, along with a cast of thousands from Darien High School and New Canaan High School. Cortland is a student at New Canaan High School, does a terrific job with NCTV. Here's Charlton.
Canaan obviously trying to work a play. Jane got tied up there. It looks like she's going to have a free position. Eva Finn committed the foul.
So a free position here for Charlton, and that, I believe, hit the near post.
Jane seems to be down.
Jane went down, but she's up on her feet, and she seems to be okay. Yes, she is tough. There's a look at number 30 in goal for Darien. Shae Dolce, the freshman, who has done a terrific job this season for the Blue Wave in goal. That's asking a lot. A freshman to step up, varsity level, come in and play between the pipes.
Absolutely. I hadn't seen her play until that Manhasset game on Thursday.
And that's a goal right there. Not to interrupt you, Mary. That's a goal for Charlton, number 19. And the junior midi, as we take a look at her, she scores to put New Canaan up 2-1 here with 14:49 remaining in the first half.
Jane had a big 6 goals in the game against Wilton last week. She really came through, and a big comeback for the Rams.
And Mary, you're going to love this. We're going to take another look at this Charlton goal off the free position. Goes 5-hole between the legs there on Dolce.
Yep. Smart play by Jane. She's very experienced with free position shots, that's for sure.
And we are back in the draw control circle.
Charlotte Whitstock with the ball. Off to Holy Cross next year. Ooh.
We've got a whistle on the play. This will stay with Darien.
Gonna have to clear the arc there. I'm not sure what Natalie's doing there. She's gonna. Oh, I guess it's outside the arc. Katie Elders. And McGuckin's a new face for me. I'm not familiar with her, but she seems to be a starter.
Molly McGuckin, number 13, just a freshman. As we mentioned moments ago, a number of underclassmen in this game.
Oh, nice play.
And a nice
Caroline
save.
with the save.
Nice save by New Canaan's
Gonna be a
goalie.
white ball.
Caroline O'Day.
Caroline off to Denison next year. She's worked so hard in the offseason to get in really good shape.
O'Day having a day on that play.
She sure is.
2-1 Rams under 14 minutes left in the first half.
That's Dylan Patton, young freshman. And to Campbell behind the cage to direct it. Canaan's making a stack, looking to run a play.
Great work here by our crew. Nice pass in front.
Wow.
Hollis Mulry.
I didn't think they were going to call it at first. There was a whistle. Hollis, the left-hander, which is always good to have on a team.
Ball's on the turf. Whitstock had it. We've got a flag here.
Not sure what that call was, to be honest.
And I believe
Looks like Katie Elders is going behind, so the foul must have been on her. Hollis elected not to shoot. Take it back to X. Start again. Buchanan's also missing a starter today. Lauren Bichelia is not playing. I think she may have had an injury in the Wilton game. There were two big calls in that game, yellow cards committed against her, by Wilton against her, and I think she got hit in the head.
Shae Dolce with the save that time on the Dylan Patton shot. Again, a freshman attack. Yeah,
Dylan is so fast. She's tiny, but she is everywhere. Charlotte Whitstock got the clear, and she can run it.
She has some wheels, no question.
Buchanan with the double team trying to stop ball.
Whistle. Darienne will reset here.
Natalie is always a very aggressive defender.
And the fans here, the stands here at Dunning Field are pretty full. A great day for some varsity girls lacrosse. Again, this is a collaborative broadcast between NCTV and DAF Media. All student volunteers involved in the production, and a nice stop there by O'Day.
Mason Maloney with the shot. She's a senior off to Elon with Ava Finn.
And Mason Maloney, as you see that knee brace on the left knee, has overcome a lot. The ACL tear, and she is back on the field. It's great to see her back on the field this season.
So great to see her back. I've watched her play for a long time. My daughter played on the club team with most of these seniors.
Here's Campbell Connors, and she gives it to Kendall Patton, and now the Rams reset. Up 2-1, under 10 minutes to go in both defenses right now in this first half. A relatively low-scoring game, stepping up in this one.
Made a stack on the right side of the goal this time, Buchanan. Hollis with the ball.
Again, New Canaan in the home whites with the red numbers. Nice move that time by
Should have had that in
Charlton.
the left, I think. She didn't have much angle there.
Tries the bounce shot. And the other Mary
Has arrived.
Mary Cuoco has arrived. Mary Bennett has arrived, and so glad to have Mary with us. And for any of us who have either lived or worked in southwestern Connecticut, I-95 can always be a challenge. And Mary texted me about 15 minutes before we went on air saying that there was an accident on I-95, a little bit of a delay with the traffic. So Mary, thank you so much for being here. And as you can see by the scoreboard, a low-scoring game. The defense is playing well, and it has been entertaining to say the least, as you would expect between these two programs.
Well, it's nice to be here, Damien. Pass that truck on fire.
Oh, wow.
We certainly thank you for making the effort. And here's New Canaan running some clock, and that
That looks like an ISO play, I think.
over the crossbar.
Trying to give Jane, I think, some room to take a shot around the crease.
Damian Andrew, Mary Cuoco, and Mary Bennett joining you this afternoon for this broadcast, a collaborative effort, as I mentioned a couple times already, between NCTV and DAF Media. Student volunteers from both schools are very much involved in the production of this.
Timeout.
And we've got a break in the action. We will stay right here.
Yeah, I didn't hear you right.
Yeah. We're actually going to take a look here at the FCIAC standings, and as you can see, that East Division of the FCIAC, so tough. Three quality teams at the top of that division. Staples having a good season. Of course, they have not played some of the heavyweights yet in the conference, but off to a 7-0 start. The Wreckers, Darien 6-0, New Canaan 6-0, and Wilton 5-1. Of course, Wilton's lone loss to New Canaan, and Darien has Wilton coming up next week. And Darien also playing Greenwich. But the more that things change in varsity girls lacrosse in the FCIAC, the more they stay the same, as those are some of the names that you would expect to see at the top of the conference and have been that way for many years. We're going to take a quick break here, and we will be back with more live varsity lacrosse. We are back here. Varsity girls lacrosse this afternoon between two of the real heavyweights in this conference over the last several years. Darien and New Canaan. Again, New Canaan in the home whites. They're moving from left to right on your screen here in this first half. Under
Katie Duggan.
7 minutes left in the first
able
half.
to get it back.
Here's Charlton. Nice move, and that's a goal for Jane Charlton, the junior midfielder, and that extends the Rams' lead to 3-1 with 6:46 left in the first half.
She's quite the dodger. You can see why she's off to Duke in a couple years.
And we go back. We're back at the draw control circle here. Ramsey and Charlton. And we saw Maggie Ramsey, Mary Bennett in the Manhasset game on the draw, and she stays doing that in this game.
Yeah, the Manhasset game was her first chance to
First
come up
chance.
to varsity and work her Fogo skills, and she did a really great job. She had a couple of draws to herself in that game, which she was against some very challenging competition.
And here comes Darienne on the move here.
It's Jordan Vaught. Picks it up, dumps it off to Shae Vandenbroek.
Mary and I, moments before you got here, were talking about some of the big-time institutions some of these athletes will be headed to play in college. And, of course, Jordan Vaught headed to the University of Virginia.
Yes, indeed. She is going to be a good contributor
Caroline.
to that team.
Caroline O'Day coming out of the cage, lost the ball. Caroline Shue thought it would have been a white ball, but it is blue. Oh, she got a yellow card, I didn't realize.
We've got another whistle.
So Dariana's man up.
And that's a goal for the Blue Wave. A nice play there as Maddie Joyce scores.
Off a really nice feed from Ashley Humphrey.
Ashley Humphrey to Joyce. And now it's a 3-2 Rams lead as Darien cuts in to the New Canaan lead. .5:29 left in the first half, 3-2 New Canaan. Red versus blue. And we're going to take another look at that Darien goal. From behind the cage, and we didn't see the pass, but it was Ashley Humphrey to
they had
Maddie
CC
Joyce.
cutting through, and Ashley held the ball and then passed to the next cutter coming through, Maddie Joyce for a goal.
Mary Cuoco, Mary Bennett she needs a telestrator to be able to map everything out because she goes to the monitor every time. She just loves that angle. And here's Ashley Humphrey with possession.
Getting a shooting space call. She's got Sarah Jakes over to her right. She has options here.
Yep.
To Sarah.
And that is Sarah Jakes scoring, and that evens the score at 3 apiece.
That just isn't a great example of how selfless this Darien team is. Generally, a girl in the center hash would go right in, but Ashley felt as though Sarah had a better angle and shot, and she passed it off to her. We put it in, she put it in.
And we
Makes the defense move, too.
We will take another look at this goal. Humphrey to Jakes, and the nice left-handed shot there for Sarah Jakes. And of course, Sarah Jakes headed to Northwestern, and for many years there wasn't a better women's college program than Northwestern.
Indeed, they're still quite good.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
There's Maggie Ramsey with a draw control.
Ramsey.
She's got it in her blood from her big sister, right?
She does. She
She's
does.
at USC now.
We were talking about
Cece
that the
Stein.
last game. And here's Humphrey on the near side of the field.
Kaylee Harden on her. Oh,
And that is a Darienne
Jakes.
goal as Jake scores again, back-to-back for Sarah Jakes, and Darienne has a 4-3 lead.
And Ashley actually looked like she was going to pull out and settle it, and just as she saw Jake's cutting through, and she just dished right off to her. Sarah had a great shot, beat the goalie on her non-stick side low.
Well, Mary, we talked about how this was a relatively low-scoring game at about the 8-minute mark of the first half, and we've seen some highlights here in the last 5 minutes between these two teams.
still a minute left for Darienne with man-up situation.
Ramsey wins the draw here. Here's Vandenbroek on the far side of the field, Shae Vandenbroek.
Fouls are not releasable in high school girls lacrosse as they are in college.
So a free position here for Darienne. And Jake's the bounce shot. Jake scores again. So Sarah Jakes having herself a first half here as Darienne extends.
Yeah, that Darien man-up play is generally designed to set up a free position shot, and it did it very well there again.
And let's take another look at that Sarah Jakes from behind the cage, and great angle.
Off
as
stick side.
Yeah, she has great speed that she just covers that ground up to the goal, and then shot right around the goalie. Another draw control. Sarah Jakes again.
Oh. Kaylee Harden comes up with it and dishes it back to O'Day. It's Natalie Lopez looking up the field. Uses her trail to switch the field.
And New Canaan looks to clear here. Kendall Patton with the ball. Give a quick shout out here to Sarah Jakes' aunt, Joan, down in Stuart, Florida, watching this live stream. And Sarah having quite an afternoon for the Wave.
Crossbar.
By Kendall Patton. Kendall's actually off to Cornell for soccer in the fall.
And again, so many multi-sport athletes.
Trying to roll on Katie Duggan.
There's Kendall Patton up high with possession. Good defense by the Wave. A minute left in the first half. 5-3 Darien after New Canaan had jumped out to an early lead. There's Jane Charlton on the far side of the field, the junior midfielder.
Looks like they're trying to save it for the last shot of the half.
ISO.
Huh?
And that is a goal.
McKenna Harden.
McKenna Harden with the goal for New Canaan. And with 30 seconds remaining in the first half, it's 5-4 now, Darien, as New Canaan cuts in to the lead. And ladies, this is exactly what we expected.
It's exactly what we expected.
Classic Darien, New Canaan. You just knew that you were in for a treat coming to this
They always bring
game.
out the best in each other.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll take another look at this Harden goal.
Yeah, she got around, and we just didn't quite get the slide in fast enough to challenge her.
And now Kaylee's doing the draw.
So
Little sister.
Kaylee Harden, the freshman. So it's freshman on freshman here in the draw control circle. Kaylee Harden and Maggie Ramsey.
Jane had a chance at it, but Katie Elders comes away with it. Nice check there.
Molly got
Courtney
McGuckin
O'Connell.
on the ride.
Dylan Patton. And Shae Dolce with a nice effort. 5.4 seconds remaining. It's 5-4 Darien on the scoreboard. And that'll do it for the first half as Campbell Connor's shot is stopped by Shae Dolce. And we will take a break. Darien up 5-4 at the end of the first half. And you are watching this joint broadcast between NCTV and DAF Media. We'll be back with more after this, as you can take a look. 5-4, Darien in front. A matchup between two 9-2 teams. Sarah Jakes having a day with 3 goals. She has the hat trick after the first half. And, of course, Harden, and that would be McKenna Harden, the sophomore, with 2 goals for the Rams. And we'll be back with more varsity lacrosse after this. We are back here live at Dunning Field on the campus of New Canaan High School on a beautiful, beautiful day. And we're going to take a look at the program comparison. These two programs since 2004. Darien, I believe we're talking about, well, let's look at the FCIAC championships. Darien has won 16 since 1994. New Canaan did win one, their last in 1993. They won an FCIAC championship. State titles, 16 for Darien, 6 for the New Canaan Rams, and their latest coming last year when they beat Ridgefield in the Class L state finals, as we alluded to earlier. New Canaan is coached by Kristen Woods, and Darien coached by Lisa Lindley, and both terrific coaches as we are underway here in the second half. Damian Andrew alongside Mary Bennett and Mary Cuoco. So Mary squared and Damian Andrew with you this afternoon. 5-4 Darien in this one. New Canaan in the home whites. They will be moving from right to left on your screen here in this second half. The home whites with the red numbers, Darien in the blue. With the white numbers, they'll be moving from left to right. And a good ride by the Blue Wave as New Canaan clears Natalie Lopez. Nice effort from number 23 here. She still has possession for New Canaan. And
she did a nice job splitting that double team here at midfield.
And I saw Kristen Woods before this game, ladies, and I told her that I was going to tell this story because I just think, a nice save there by Dolce, I just think it's such a great story. You go from Kristen Wood to Kristen Woods.
Yeah, she went plural.
And I think that is
Got
terrific.
married and went plural.
Yep, it's just such a, and I knew her, as both of you did, when she was no S on the end of Wood. And she is really done a great job with the New Canaan Varsity Girls Lacrosse program.
She has.
And here's Darien now.
Molly McGuckin with the ball to Maddie Joyce.
Little
up to Sarah Jakes.
Pitch and catch between Joyce and McGuckin.
Giving everybody a chance to touch the ball.
Kit Eriks, and Kit Eriks led off the scoring this afternoon, the first goal of the game. Here's Shae Vandenbroek.
Three-sport athlete. She's amazing. Off to Williams
Absolutely.
next year.
And that bounce shot in front, no good. And we have viewers from all over, not just the Northeast and the United States, but all over the world, as Kate Bellissimo's grandmother watching from Munich. How about that?
A lot of pressure from the New Canaan defense on this time down, making the Blue Wave feel a little uncomfortable. Sarah draws a shooting space foul.
Here's
By
Jakes.
Elizabeth DiMarino.
Jakes with a hat trick in the first half. Free position here. Just underway in the second half. And I think we'll do this all over again.
This time the foul's on Jane Charlton.
Yeah,
We lost her goggles on that one.
Jake scores right side of the cage. Sarah Jakes with her 4th goal of the afternoon.
I think she scored the last 4.
I think she has, yeah. I think 4 consecutive. I think you're absolutely right.
Bit of a roll.
On fire.
Northwestern getting quite a player.
Yeah, it should be fun for the Jake sisters. She's going to be joining her sister Emma out there. But Darien gets her for another year, so will be fun to watch how she develops into her senior year.
Back at the draw control circle. And it's Maggie Ramsey and Charlton. And
Katie Elders with the draw control.
And Katie Elders, so speedy, number 6. Here's Jakes.
No call.
Apparently no call. Everybody stopped waiting for a call there.
Yeah.
Ground ball.
Kendall Patton comes up with it.
Kendall Patton.
It's triple teamed.
6'4", Darienne, and you get the feeling that this one will go down to the wire, as it has so many times before.
Yeah, they called Kid Eriks on a foul there. They do not like it when you have only one hand on the stick.
Last year in the state semifinals, New Canaan had an 11-7 lead, and then Darien erased that deficit. McKenna Harden scored with 2:55 remaining in the second half as New Canaan went on to beat Darien in those state semis. We've got another whistle here on the near side of the field.
Little confusion in the last whistle because of the new self-start rule. Sometimes they have to wait for the whistle, and sometimes they can self-start. It's a little unclear at times.
Sometimes even to the refs.
Yes, it's new to everyone. Freshman Kaylee Harden.
So Kaylee Harden scores to cut the Darien lead to 1. And I want to make a correction from one of our halftime graphics. We're talking state titles, and I had not had an opportunity to take a look at that graphic before we went on air. But Darien has won 9 state titles, appeared in 11 state finals, and New Canaan 6 state titles since 2009 with 8 appearances in the state finals. So as we talk about
Another change in the draw circle. Now McKenna Harden at the draw for New Canaan. Still Megan Ramsey for Darien. McKenna comes up with it. Surrounded by the blue wave. And is able to get it to Campbell Connors. Hollis Mulry, the lefty freshman. Darien has always been so good at swarming the ball. No call. Jane Charlton comes up with it. Directing traffic.
That's a great stop by Shae Dolce.
Looks like Jane tripped there.
Here comes the wave now. Back on the move.
Jordan Vaught all the way.
Yeah.
Jordan Vaught takes it herself, unassisted.
That was just great ball movement all the way through the midfield, and Jordan just got that ball on her stick and went straight in. Looks like she had a turbo speed there.
Found a new gear.
Yeah.
As we take a look at New Canaan. Let's take another look at that goal by Vaught.
It's a nice shot.
Nice work by our camera crew. Great job.
All New Canaan could do was get their sticks in to avoid the shooting space foul, which would have given her a free position anyway.
Darienne comes away with it. CC Stein, number 8. And here's Mason Maloney. Maddie Joyce gets it to Vaught. Kit Eriks, the left-hander. Down to Maloney.
They're working it around.
Stein up top.
Oh. Mason was trying to get it across the other side of the arc.
I'm gonna re-correct myself. Our graphic at halftime was in fact right. Darien with 16 state titles through the years.
New Canaan and Darien were often in different size categories. So New Canaan was in medium and Darien in large at times. And I think now they're both in large.
Yep.
I think so. I think New
Both
Canaan's come up.
Both in Class L now. That I am correct on.
So it's confusing because, you know, New Canaan was winning Class M state titles while Darien was winning Class L state titles in the same years.
Yeah, they have some state championships. Both have state championships in the same, and some of them in the same years.
And a shot in front by Patton, sails wide of the post. And our graphics coordinator, Andrew Galwa, has done a terrific job putting all these graphics together prior to this game. And that is a goal for New Canaan, and Campbell Connors, the senior attack, ties this up. No, I'm sorry. Within a goal, sorry. 7-6 Darien, so New Canaan cuts into that Darien lead. Kendall
Darien's
Patton with the goal.
Still down a man. Maddie Joyce still in the box for the yellow card. There's 1:22 left. So this is when the draw control is really important.
And it's Charlton and Ramsey on the draw here. Great shot there, great close-up from our cameras up top.
Wow.
Campbell Connors almost had it.
No call there. That's amazing.
Yes. They seem to be letting him play, but today.
They do.
There's Jake's far side of the field.
That was a really nice clear by Shae Dolce to the 50. There aren't a lot of goalies in high school that can do that.
Much less a freshman.
Much less a freshman, yeah. She doesn't play like a freshman, though. She just plays like a seasoned varsity player at this point in the season.
Vandenbroek and Jake's a little pitch and catch.
Yeah, Darien's just trying to keep it out wide and keep it away from New Canaan so they can kill the rest of this penalty.
CC Stein on the far side of the field. Reverses course. Elders to Jakes. And Darien continues to run clock here. Here's Elders on the far side of the field, back to Jakes. One goal game on a beautiful afternoon in New Canaan, Connecticut. Dunning Field.
Back to all even. Ooh. No call. It's amazing.
Here's Eriks. Stein now with possession. Under 15 minutes remaining in the second half. We've got a whistle.
Caroline Shae with a reach in.
Interesting reffing at this stage of the game. It seems like they tightened everything up.
Nice
Nice
pass.
speed.
Nice
Humphrey
speed by
to
Ashley.
Jakes. And they team up for a goal as Jakes came cutting down the lane. She was wide open, and a nice feed by Ashley Humphrey. And Darienne goes back up 2 goals. As we take a look at Sarah Jakes there, great job on our ISO camera up top. And now it's going to take another look at this goal here. Pretty play. Humphrey, nice work by our crew, bringing you that one.
You know, Ashley and her sister have such a great feed scoring relationship. It was a challenge to see if that was going to be able to continue now that Nicole's hurt, and she and Sarah seem to have been finding each other today beautifully.
Seems like they picked up right where she left off with her sister.
Exactly. Maggie Ramsey with the draw control. Dishes it to Katie Elders. So using her speed coming down the field. Gets it down to Shae Vandenbroek. It's going to settle the ball down a bit.
Eriks on the
Eriks
move.
on the ISO.
Beautiful. High.
And she is fired up as we take a look at Kit Eriks, and it's 9-6 now, Blue Wave, as Darien extends its lead to 3 goals.
Yeah, this play starts with an ISO up at the top, but it looked like she was going to feed, and then she just came around and picked up speed and went right in.
We've got a timeout on the field. Don't know if we can see that goal again. Our director is Cortland Parrott, who has done an unbelievable job getting this broadcast up and running and switching cameras for us. While we have a moment, we'll give we are going to take another look at this goal by Eriks. And she just reared back and fired that into the back of the net, rips it.
It's very hard for Caroline to track that, the way she was holding her stick behind her head.
Yeah, Kit's a natural lefty, and she just has a great shot.
We're going to take a look at some of the recent games in the FCIAC. We're talking girls lacrosse. Fairfield Ludlow beats Ward. That's a terrific rivalry. Crosstown 9-3 there. Wilton over Yorktown. Big win for the Warriors, 9-6. Manhasset, as we mentioned earlier, beat Darien by a goal in what was a tremendous game on a really beautiful day out in Manhasset, New York. Overtime, that was. And then Greenwich all over Stamford, 17-4. Darien will play Greenwich up next on Tuesday. So a nice job by Andrew Gawa, our graphics coordinator, with those graphics. And while we have a moment here, timeout on the field, some more shout outs. Joe and Lovey Stein out in Buffalo, New York. Nancy and J.C. Stein in Baltimore, watching from the Big Ten Women's Lacrosse Tournament. Hope you're enjoying it down there in Baltimore. Say hello to my brother for me if you see him. Sky Vandenbroek in Croatia. That's Shae's sister. So as we said, we've got views from all over the world here. And it's Damian Andrew with Mary Bennett and Mary Cuoco. Boy, I'm nailing it now, right?
You got it.
I was very nervous. I was very nervous, Mary, I'll tell you.
Kaylee Cuoco has given us some recognition with the name of late on The Big Bang Theory. Now people know my name because of her. I've never seen the show, but...
And no relation.
No relation.
9-6, Darien, 13:24 remaining. We're back inside the draw control circle. And New Canaan.
Caroline Shae just can't seem to come up with it.
With
Caitlin Sparks does. She needs to dish it off to Natalie.
That's a
Stolen.
great check by Ashley.
Yep.
Here's
She was
Eric's.
able to pull that off legally is what's impressive. Oh,
Oh.
there goes Kit.
Eric's falls to the turf. We've got a whistle. This will stay with Darienne.
Yeah. One ref was going to let that go, and the other decided to call it.
There's Vandenbroek. Goal line extended. Jakes.
Canaan did well not to get a shooting space foul there.
Yeah, that was good defense on their part. We're going to run it again.
I think she's looking to get a double team and maybe an open teammate.
She had Kit there.
Eric's again with the ball. New Canaan's D tightens up.
There's the shooting space.
And a free position here for Darienne.
That was actually a well-defended and well-refed series that they didn't call them on shooting space earlier. That was the first real shooting space violation that I saw. Maddie pulls it out.
And we are under 11 minutes remaining in the game. 9-6 Darien.
Buchanan's coming out farther and farther.
Humphrey defended well by Shae. Eric's over to Vandenbroek. Here's Humphrey at X. Out to Jakes on the far side of the field. Darienne running some clock here as we approach the 10-minute mark of the second half.
Timeout.
And we've got a timeout on the field. And while we have a moment, I want to give a shout out to our production crew. This is a joint venture, as we have mentioned, between NCTV and DAF Media. NCTV students just do a terrific job. Andrew Galwa, Lucy Savini, Alex Kurz, Cortland Parrott, of course, is our director. Harvey Duplock has been on our cameras. Ashley Wolpers, and instant replay. And as we take a look at the new Canaan Huddle, there's Kristen Woods in there. And Kristen Woods and I have bonded for a long time because we're both Penn State alums. So we do have that in common. And the rest of our production crew from DAF Media, Luke Cini, Chris Eggs Benedict. Yeah, that is one of the great nicknames ever. Matthew Burke and Taryn Pardo. I want to thank them for their efforts. We're going to take a look at the upcoming schedules for New Canaan, Bronxville coming up, Norwalk, Greenwich, and Danbury. They will finish out the regular season. The postseason right around the corner. Great time of year. May, Lacrosse. It starts to get serious towards the end of May. And here's the Darien schedule. As I mentioned earlier, they'll play Greenwich on Tuesday at the Oval on the campus of Darien High School. West Hill, they're at Wilton next Friday, and then at Longmeadow in Massachusetts on the 13th, and then it is the FCIAC tournament will begin that week on Friday, I believe. The boys begin on Saturday, and a great shot right there from behind the goal, as Mary has seen these cameras in action. And a couple more shout outs while I have the opportunity here. I want to give a shout. He just asked me, where's my shout out? I want to give a shout out to NCTV's advisor, who I have gotten to know over the last couple of months, Roman Spolsky. And he has done a tremendous job with his students here at New Canaan High School in the NCTV program. They set this whole thing up. And it got a little hairy there for the last hour, but we were able to get up and running and did a tremendous job. And Roman deserves a lot of credit because he does a great job. He's a terrific faculty member at New Canaan High School.
He's taught a few of my kids along the way.
And so you know him, Mary, and
do.
he does a great job. Also teaches graphics design as well, teaches some TV courses, of course, and he does a terrific job with the kids here at New Canaan High School. Back to live action now. Maddie Joyce with possession for Darien. Here's Jake's
To Elders.
over to Elders.
Eric's. So, you know, there's 10 minutes left. Darien's up by 3. They're making New Canaan come to them.
No shot clock in high school lacrosse at the moment. So they can take their time.
And that is a goal for Darien. Maddie Joyce
That's very tiring on D to play against that set.
puts it in the back of the net. And now Darien has its biggest lead of the afternoon, up 10-6, 4-goal advantage with 8:56 remaining as we take a look at Darien head coach Lisa Lindley there on the sidelines. Little split screen action. And Coach Lindley, I told her once, Mary Squared, that there's not too many coaches I would pay to see coach. She's one of them on the sideline. She is intense, would certainly be the word, and she has had a lot of success through the years at Darien and has just done an unbelievable job with the program, and the resume bears that out.
Yeah, Lisa's a great coach, and one of the things that makes her great is that she always is always planning and thinking ahead, and what she can do to make the situation, you know, to fix whatever is she sees on the field.
And that's a goal as New Canaan answers the other way. McKenna Harden, the sophomore, and the Harden sisters, a big part, playing big roles in this game. And I think we're going to take another look at that when we get it queued up. A sophomore and a freshman, and the Harden sisters stepping up on the varsity level.
Both of their parents went to New Canaan High School
Yes,
as well.
they did, yep. In fact, their dad did a hockey game with us this season, and he enjoyed that. As we take another look, great angle, great work by our production crew led by Cortland Parrott, our director. No lead is safe in this rivalry.
That's for sure.
Well, you know, lacrosse is a game of runs, so that no lead is safe in a game of lacrosse,
Yep.
much less
Yep.
a Darien New Canaan game.
There's Charlton up top. And she scores. And just like that, New Canaan cuts the Darien lead to 2 as we take a look at Jane Charlton with a big goal there. The junior midi, she scores. Just like that, bang, bang. Some things can turn so quickly in this sport, and Lisa Lindley does in fact want a timeout as we're going to take another look at this goal here by Jane Charlton, number 19 in white for New Canaan. Great work up top by our camera operators, doing a terrific job.
Charlotte Woodstock just enough, and was able to get the shot off with her right hand.
So we take a look at head coach Lisa Lindley in the huddle there, talking to her players. And while we have a moment, I also want to thank New Canaan Athletic Director Jay Egan and the entire New Canaan Athletic Department for their hospitality this afternoon. Split screen there as we take a look at Kristen Woods on the left, and she is fired up and imploring her players as they try to get back into this one as they cut the lead to 2. This game far from over. Darien, great work by our crew there, split screen. How about that? 2 huddles, taking a look at the New Canaan huddle on your left, the Darien huddle on your right. And again, Cortland Parrott, our director. Lucci Savini is our producer, and Lucci very much involved in getting this production on the air. And she does a terrific job as well. Had a chance to work with Lucci and Cortland during the Turkey Bowl last fall. And we're going to take another look at last couple of goals from the Rams. Here's Charlton. Bang, bang, and just like that, with 8:17 left, New Canaan right back in this after Darien had got up 4 goals. Back of the draw control circle here. Ramsey and Kaylee Harden. Kaylee Harden, a freshman. McKenna Harden, the sophomore. And New Canaan with possession. They can take another bite out of this Darien lead.
This is Darienne's chance to stand strong on defense.
Charlton. Mary Cuoco. Charlton, such a big part of this team. She's had a terrific game this afternoon.
She sure has. She always comes to play.
Ball's on the turf, and who wants it?
Oh boy. This looks like
wow.
house lacrosse. Second grade.
Oh, blue ball.
Blue ball.
So Darien ball here with 6:57 left, under 7 minutes remaining in the game. It's a 2-goal lead for the Blue Wave. Here's Sarah Jakes, brings it into the offensive end for Darien, gets it to Joyce. And Maddie Joyce tosses it to Vaught. Over to McGuckin. Vandenbroek brings it out. Vaught loses the handle there. Gets it back. Splits the defense.
Double team. New Canaan's able to recover.
Joyce with the ball. Flips it to Eriks. Nice job by DiMarino on Eriks. Vandenbroek cutting. Couldn't quite get it. And possession goes to New Canaan.
Caroline Shue, defensive leader. She's off to Georgetown, not to play lacrosse. Kendall has a defender coming on.
Hollis Mulry. Down to Connors. Connors gets it to Patton. Here's Dylan Patton. Nice move, and that's a goal. And we have a 1-goal game with 4:37 left as Dylan Patton puts it between the pipes.
Amazing composure for a freshman. She's a very good athlete, multi-sport, has watched her older sister play lots of sports. They also have another one coming up the ranks.
Mary, you took the words right out of my mouth. For a freshman to step up in a big spot like this, under 5 minutes left against your arch rival, down 2 goals. And
she
now
also started on the soccer team in the fall.
New Canaan now within a goal as we're back on the draw. Ramsey. And that was Kaylee Harden. And New Canaan. And an unforced error there by the Rams as that'll roll across the end line. It'll be Darien possession.
It's an uncharacteristic mistake.
It was.
New Canaan.
Trying to force the issue just a tad there, and here comes Whitstock. Whitstock brings it into the Darien offensive half. There's Eriks. Under 4 minutes remaining, 1-goal game. Blue Wave up 10-9. Jakes with possession. She gets it to Elders, and Jakes has had a big game this afternoon for Darien. Vaught now kicks it out to Elders. Here's Jakes. Humphrey to Jakes. And we've got a whistle.
I think somebody got called for 3 seconds, I think. I think I actually set that up right, but I think it was 27 who got called for 3 seconds. She's supposed to be over there.
Right, that's why I was confused.
That hits the
pipe.
pipe,
Wow.
and that's a goal on the rebound.
I don't think Caroline knew where the ball had gone after it hit the pipe.
Nope. Elders scores.
She just scooped it up and put it in.
So Elders scores off the rebound. It hits the pipe, bounces to Elders, hits the pipe on the near side of the field. So off the post to Elders, and Darien now is back up 2 goals with 2:50 remaining in the game. Ramsey and Harden on the draw again. What an afternoon here. The weather has cooperated. It's absolutely gorgeous out, and we have ourselves a terrific game between 2 of the heavyweights in varsity girls lacrosse in the state of Connecticut and the entire tri-state area. Here's Charlton. Free position here for New Canaan. Opportunity for the Rams. 11-9. Darien holding on to the 2-goal lead. Charlton, the bounce shot sails over the crossbar. And it rolls across the end line.
Oh, wow.
And
that was a close
is
one.
Great run by Katie Elders to get closer to that ball.
And it's going to be Darien ball.
Kristen does not agree with the call.
Shocking. changed his call.
And now Coach Lindley obviously disappointed as that changes back. So New Canaan possession here. Under 2 minutes left. Rams down 2 goals.
There she goes.
Charlton.
No angle.
Dolce to stop. That's a goal.
No goal.
No goal.
No goal.
A push, Darien ball.
Interesting.
1:25 left. 11-9, Darien. Intercepted by McKenna Harden. And there's still time. Stays with New Canaan.
No call.
Here's Charlton.
I think that was Hollis Mulry.
That was.
It was Mulry. My bad. Free position here for New Canaan.
Chance for the freshman to make a name for herself here.
And how many freshmen have we talked about this afternoon and underclassmen? Here's Mulry. Can cut the Darien lead to 1 here on this free position. And she does. So you said it, Mary Cuoco, a freshman stepping up in a big spot as Hollis Mulry, the freshman attack off the free position, scores. And when we have a chance to take another look at that, Cortland Parrott, we would love to be able to take a look at that.
18.
And here we are from behind the goal. And just beats her low.
Stick side low.
Under a minute. Very
Under
exciting.
a minute left. 55 ticks
Here we are
left
again.
on the clock. Here we go again. Darien, New Canaan doesn't get any better than this.
Speaking of important draw controls.
Takes a blue bounce.
Maggie Ramsey wins possession. Here's Jakes. Double teamed.
Yeah.
Stays with Darien. 41 point.
Under a minute, they have to wait for the whistle. No self-starting under 2 minutes.
Under 40 seconds left now to play. Jakes in the corner, near side of the field. Passes it out to Joyce. Here's Maddie Joyce.
New Canaan even has the goalie out of the cage trying to get the ball back. And they do.
I think they do. They took
Oh.
Maddie Joyce down.
Wow.
And Carolyn
Thinking
Shue.
that should be a card, but it doesn't look like they're calling one.
It's a tough time to call a card.
As we take a look at Darien head coach Lisa Lindley, fired up on the sideline.
Not sure why she did that. I think that was a little.
I think they have to come back anyway. I think she started without the whistle. Too bad for Darien. They'd probably like that to stay.
Yeah. Elizabeth DiMarino is free over here on this side of the field.
She's not looking there, though.
No.
And Darien comes up with it. Another unforced error there for the Rams. And here's the Blue Wave as they'll try to play keep away. Ball's on the turf. New Canaan comes up with it. Charlton now. She can't come up with it, and that will do it as Darienne survives here at Dunning Field against their arch rivals. And a tremendous game from both teams as we take a look at the Darien celebration there. Blue Wave have to certainly feel good about this one as they escape, and that's exactly what they did with a win. They'll remain undefeated in the FCIAC as they improve to 7-0. And New Canaan falls to 6-1 in the FCIAC. 10-2 overall for Darien, 9-3 overall for New Canaan. Blue Wave win 11-10 in what was just a great game. We talked about it. Darien gets up 4 goals, and right after they did, we said no goal is safe in these games, and that's the way it played out.
It did indeed. That was a great game. And it will not be the last time these teams see each other.
No.
Exactly. I'm sure they will meet again in FCIACs and probably states.
At least one more time, probably 2 more times, as they have in years past, as we take a look at the handshake line on the far side of the field. And just a terrific job by everybody involved in this production. NCTV students, DAF media students. Again, our director, Cortland Parrott, did just yeoman's work switching cameras. We got some great angles for you, and we were treated to just a really good varsity girls lacrosse game between 2 arch rivals, 2 of the state powers in Connecticut. And it was a rematch of last year's Class L state semifinal game between these 2 teams, and in that game, New Canaan got the better of Darien. This time around, it goes back to the Blue Wave. So, for our entire DAF Media and NCTV production crew, for Mary Cuoco and Mary Bennett, I am Damian Andrew. You have been watching Varsity Girls Lacrosse here live from Dunning Field in New Canaan. Have a great weekend, everybody. Take care.